Think about all the irreplaceable moments on your computer, your kids' photos, important records, years of work, and memories. If your computer crashed today, how much would you lose? It happens every day, and it's completely preventable. That's why I use and recommend Carbonite, my number one choice for cloud backup. Carbonite gives you unlimited automatic protection for everything that matters. It quietly backs up your photos and documents in the background, safely and privately. Carbonite is your ultimate backup plan. It keeps your files safe from the unexpected, accidental deletions, hard drive crashes, even spills or disasters. And if something does happen, recovery couldn't be easier. Just log in and restore everything with one click, even on a brand new computer. Here's a great exclusive Cyber Week offer just for you. Get 75% off Carbonite right now, but only when you go to carbonite.com/Kim. That's carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better life with Carbonite. Hey, thanks for listening to the Kim Komando Show. Here comes hour one. It was a first for a Waymo. It never happened before. Never, ever, ever happened before in a Waymo. A woman got in the back, said, "Take me to the hospital." And then she gave birth.
By herself?
Yes. Yes.
Was there a robot sitting in the front seat, like a robot OBGYN that could deliver the baby?
No, she got in the car and she had a baby. Then the car's sensors detected unusual activity in the back seat, alerted a human agent. They called 911. And by the time that they got there, the Waymo was already at the hospital.
Hey, it made it there.
Okay, but you know what happened after that? Waymo updated the fare to 2 passengers. And on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. This is, of course, the Kim Komando Show. I'm America's beloved digital goddess, Kim Komando, here with you once again. And joining me, as always, is my co-host, Andrew Babinski, who's also the co-host on the morning show on 99.9 FM.
Hi, Kim.
I wonder what she would name the child.
Waymo.
Waymo.
Yeah.
So somewhere in San Francisco, there's a new child by the name of Waymo.
I guarantee you somewhere there's already a kid named Waymo. There's a kid named Waymo, a kid named Uber.
Yeah,
kid
that's
named
true.
Lyft. Poor little Lyft.
Poor little Lyft. Yes, you can catch us on over 420 top stations across the United States, streaming in your favorite radio app. Just search for Komando. And you can also get us as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. You will get the Kim Komando Show, which, by the way, is award-winning, the nation's biggest, best show about all things digital. And a huge salute goes out to all of our heroes tuning in via the American Forces Network Radio, reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 different countries across every branch: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and the Space Force. We all thank you here at the Kim Komando Show. All right, then every single day I dive into at least 35, 40 different sources to make sure that I know exactly what's happening in the tech space. And I talk to industry insiders and my friends and buddies. And here are 4 things that you need to know. And we're going to start with, yes, we have more than enough data to know that beyond all doubt, social media is harming kids. And we're not really surprised anymore when we start hearing about teens with eating disorders, anxiety, violent behavior, when social media has been prompting all these topics to our teens for over a decade. Now, here's what happened in Australia, is that they just banned anyone under the age of 16 from having any social media accounts. That's it.
Can I applaud them?
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. The law took into effect this past week, and platforms have to delete the teen accounts or verify ages with IDs or facial scans. Now, you have almost a tween, right?
Well, I mean, I'm engaged.
That's true.
So 16, 14, 12, 11, and 8.
Wow. You're busy.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Why do you think I was late?
So now, why did you applaud?
Because social media is not healthy for that age range. 16, I don't even think 16's the right age.
Yeah.
Maybe even 18. And I only say that because we allow people to do a lot of things at 18, vote, join the military. So that's the line we've drawn. But I've seen how in the last year, a 12 and 14-year-old girl is affected by social media, how their mindset is not only shaped and sculpted, but affected negatively by social media. And I don't like it.
Is it their self-image?
It's first of all, it's on a local level, where it's the interaction, the accessibility. Your bullies can reach out to you whenever they want, at any time, and say whatever they want. especially with an app like Snapchat, where they can delete it easily and it vanishes and goes away. Secondly, it is self-image. It's the fact that this girl's skinny and this girl does this and this girl does that. And the envy that comes from social media, I just don't like it at all.
You know, and if I'm scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, I'm looking at Reels and I see like those little girls, I'm talking like 7, 8-year-old girls that have makeup on and they're dancing around. I'm thinking like, what are they going to be like when they're 14 or 15?
The 12-year-old, I actually just sit back and smile when I see her acting like a 12-year-old and not trying to act like a 21-year-old, because that's what social media positions her that she needs to do.
So here's what's happening in Australia, though. Teens are getting their siblings to get an account so that this way they can. I mean, there's always going to be workarounds.
Another story connected to this, and I believe it was Meta, did a inside review on what it would happen to people if they took away Facebook.
Okay.
And Facebook is not the biggie, right?
No.
A lot of people use Facebook, but I think Facebook is used more as social media than it is to show off or sell products like the other apps.
And it's, of course, it's all, you know, it's people over the age of Gen Zers.
Correct.
Right?
People were happier. They were less depressed. They were doing things with their life when they were taken away from Facebook. And that's just Facebook. They still had access to other social media apps. That one was just Facebook. And Meta found out about this in an internal study. And what they do, they hid the study because it's bad for business.
Yes, it would be.
I mean, this is the cigarette companies all over again.
It is. It is, 100%. Do you think anything like this would ever happen in the United States?
It's too big a business.
Yeah. I think it is.
And it's not even the scrolling that's the big business. It's the data collection and the data selling that these apps they get access to. They know everything about
Every
you.
single thing.
How many data points have you pointed out before on the show? Tens of thousands?
Well, actually, it's infinite.
Great. That's even a bigger number.
No, because every time you go online, you give them another data point.
Right.
So you can't, you know, it used to be like, oh, you had like 27,000 or 28. That was the number, 27, 28,000. But that number's not there anymore.
No.
Because every time you go online, you give them yet another data point. All right, let's talk about OpenAI next. They're being sued for the wrongful death after a horrific murder-suicide in Connecticut. Here's the story. 56-year-old Stein Eric Solberg spent months talking to ChatGPT. Now, he wasn't okay. He was suffering from severe paranoia. He started telling the bot that a shadowy group was spying on him and pumping drugs into his car vents. He became convinced that his own 83-year-old mother was doing it, and she was involved in the conspiracy. So instead of flagging this as a mental health crisis in ChatGPT, the lawsuit claims that ChatGPT validated him, treated his delusion as fact, agreeing that his mother had in fact betrayed him. And then in August, he killed his mother and then himself. So his son is now suing OpenAI, arguing that the AI's memory feature is dangerous because the bot remembered the conspiracy over months of chatting. It trapped, got this guy into a feedback loop, and then, of course, it ended in tragedy, which, you know, people have to know that, you know, ChatGPT is not well. I mean, it's not a therapist.
It's not a thing, but it's not a person either.
Right, not.
It's just a bunch of ones and zeros.
It's a bot.
Are we going to put the responsibility on these chatbot operators to make sure that they don't ever go down these roads?
We have to.
There's a new feature that just popped up on ChatGPT where you can pick the personality type.
Correct.
I don't like that at all because one of the options is like proper and professional. That should be the one where you try to delve down personal roads. It just says, nope, we got to keep on task. I'm a work partner. I'm not a personal partner.
See, but there hasn't been any guardrails on any of the AI since they came out. No guardrails whatsoever.
No, but there's no guardrails on social media either. With the subject we were just talking about, how old is Facebook? And we still haven't reined it in.
Because it's making too much money.
Yep.
That's it. Wow, this next story is, well, I think of how much I order, and then I read this story. I'm like, wow, this is really crazy. Mark and his wife, Evansville, Indiana, they ordered Arby's through DoorDash last Sunday. Everything looked okay until the wife took a few bites of her sandwich. Then she started gasping for air, and then she started throwing up violently. Mark said, something's wrong, so he checked the doorbell camera, And in the footage, it showed the delivery driver standing on the porch, deliberately spraying a mysterious substance into the bag of food before dropping it off. They suspect it was pepper spray, but it could have been rat poison. When they reported this to DoorDash, you know what they said?
Sorry, our customer service is not available right now. Please contact us next week.
Close. Would you like us to refund the order?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't order it with rat poison on it. Of course I want a refund.
Okay, I have to tell you what I did the other day. Barry was out with his kids and grandkids and stuff like that. And I thought, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity for me to try something that I've always wanted to do. And, I've always had this idea of being a singer. Okay. I always thought that I could do that. And what are you looking at me weird for like that for?
I'm just preparing myself.
Okay.
I'm telling myself in the back of my mind, be nice, be nice, be nice. It's the Christmas season.
So I decided to create a song. I'm not singing. I decided to create a song for my 10-month-old golden retriever. I've never had a golden like this Bella. I mean, she is wired and fired, and she goes like 90 miles an hour or she stops. Okay. I mean, like this morning, she got up and she jumped into bed and started licking my face. I mean, it's just, so I decided that I would create a song about Bella.
Okay.
Listen.
End of the day, and I open the door. Bella comes running like I've been gone a week or more. Crying with joy, tail going wild. Pure golden love from my golden child. Oh, Bella, you light me up. Unconditional.
Okay, so it's pretty good.
Did you play this for your other dog and made it extremely jealous?
Abby is jealous of Bella. She is. And it's so funny because when I want to get Abby in front of the house, all I have to say is, Bella could even not even be around me. I go, oh, Bella's such a good girl, Bella.
And then
Abby comes right in. Okay, I use Sono for that.
Okay.
And it's like the ChatGPT of music. And so basically what I did is I had Gemini create a little lyric for me, and then I pasted that into Sono. Now, there's also 11 Labs. 11 Labs is, I think, better if you are looking for like pure music.
You mean good?
Yes. Like
Okay.
this is, like Sono's good for like pop music.
Right,
And a lot of
okay.
people in Nashville are using it, by the way, for country music. And if you ever want to try it out, you just like type it in. Like, I want a heavy metal anthem about assembling IKEA furniture.
Sure.
Whatever it may be.
Now, is there a sign-up fee? Do I have to log in? Or am I giving them personal information?
Well, you do have to log in and create an account.
Okay.
And then they'll give you credits to create free songs, say, up to, I don't know, 35 seconds, a minute. But I was starting to think about this. I was thinking about maybe I should have it maybe do something else. And so, Barry's doing the American Christmas. Mm-hmm. So he came home and I'm like, you have to listen to this. And he was like, I love it. And I got that from Barry. I love it.
A compliment.
I know. I was like,
It's a Christmas miracle.
but I started thinking about it. Don't you love how Pitbull and Jason Derulo, they announce their names behind a song right before the song?
Exactly.
I hate that.
Why?
Well, I should like it because it gives me the chance to change the station.
Immediately when you hear Jason Derulo, you hit the next button.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Why does he do that?
Mr. Worldwide.
Let's see. Coming up, we're going to be talking about something that Sam Altman said that I actually LOL'd out loud when I heard him say this. Also, are you buying some expired tech this holiday season? We'll tell you not to do that. The spy in your rental car. We have the best callers ever. And you have us here on the Kim Commando Show.
Oh, Hilton stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
Hey, it's our Christmas cash giveaway happening right now, and you can enter to win up to a $500 gift card every single day. I'm giving one away. at winfromkim.com. That's winfromkim.com. All right, Andrew, let's get started with David in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome, David. What's going on?
Hi, Kim. It's a real pleasure to meet you. You've kind of grown up as my teacher digitally for these years, so I appreciate everything you're doing, and love to read your articles and listen to you on the radio.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So what's on your mind?
Well, I'm kind of in a unique situation. Our granddaughter, she's just about to turn 14. So she's just starting to get into digital and tech. She's been homeschooled for quite a while. And what I wanted to be able to do is explain a little bit better as to what AI is, what it isn't, and then maybe share a few concerns with her about that as she gets more digitally aware and using it all the time.
Well, artificial intelligence is an assistant. It's a helper. It's not a companion. It's made with a whole bunch of ones and zeros. And the whole idea is that it has sucked in everything that has been known to mankind so that if you have a question about anything, you can ask it. And it's going to be right most of the time, but it's not right 100% of the time. But it can help you be more productive. And with a 13-year-old, you might want to use the example of when she's on TikTok, the videos that she sees are run by an algorithm that are based on AI. What would you add to that, Andrew?
The one thing I would add to it is it's not a crutch. Like Kim said, it's a assistant, but you can't just lean on it for everything because it is wrong. Because when my 16-year-old writes a paper solely based on AI and gets a 55% because 18 of the facts that she got from AI are wrong, she suffers.
Yes, and it's not alive. It cannot feel anything. It cannot think for itself. And it's easy to go down this rabbit hole with it, to think that it is greater than you and it has no empathy. I mean, it's something that you can hold their hand and kind of point them in a direction. Does that help you out?
No, it really does. It explains a lot of things, and it helps me explain in particular, like you said, how some of the answers can be wrong. It might say ASU is a better school than the University of Arizona, which we know is not true.
All right, hang up.
That's
Sorry,
it.
thanks, David.
You know what? Just because I went to ASU, it's okay.
Oh, what's unfortunate is that the first caller of the show is the only caller that doesn't get the Christmas cash.
Isn't that
so
something?
weird?
That's in the rules.
Yep.
I just made that rule up. David, thank you for your call. Thank you for your kind words. And as a caller to the show during the Christmas cash giveaway, we are going to bestow upon you a $100 Amazon gift card. Yes. All right, so OpenAI's Sam Altman was on Jimmy Fallon this past week. And here's what he said. I can't imagine raising a newborn without ChatGPT.
Huh?
I mean, Sam, we've been doing this forever without ChatGPT.
We did it without lights.
Okay.
We did it when you peeked out the window of your hut. There was an animal there wanting to eat you.
He admitted that he has been using ChatGPT every day, asking questions about his new son. Like, for example, he was at a party and he went to the bathroom because he started thinking about something, and he asked ChatGPT if his 6-month-old should be walking yet. And he also asked ChatGPT why the kid drops pizza and laughs.
What did you... This is the guy who's running the AIs?
Yes.
He doesn't understand why a child would drop pizza and think it's funny?
Or why his 6-month-olds, they're not supposed to walk at 6 months.
No, they're supposed to be running already. Your child is behind, Sam.
I have a bad joke.
Not surprised at all.
Okay.
Let's ask ChatGPT why you feel like you have to interject these into the show.
A couple had their first child a boy. The father was Irish and Indian. The wife was Chinese and Italian. Each wanted their son's name to reflect this heritage. Well, they started arguing, going back and forth, back and forth. Then they decided on the name. Ravi Oli.
You were right. It's a bad joke.
Justin in Las Vegas, glad to have you with us. Now,
Yes.
I understand that you and your son were trying to buy an e-bike on Facebook Marketplace, and it went horribly wrong. What happened?
Yes, it did. went on Marketplace to purchase an e-bike, and it was close by. We're in a nice area, and pretty much got held up at gunpoint.
Oh,
We
no.
met with we met with he was a 15-year-old. I did ask him to meet at the police station, which he didn't. He said it was a little too far, and if we could just meet at my place with my dad. And me and Ryder and my son got out of the truck. He was a clean-cut kid, 15, I want to say, and right when we walked up to him to introduce ourselves, he was walking us up to the garage to the bike, and that's where the two gunmen came out. And they had pistols with magazines and flashlights on them, probably lasers, I'm not sure. And before they could say, hand me the money, I was already handing the money over with my left arm, saying, take it, we don't see anything. And then I grabbed Ryder's body and put his back towards my stomach, and I just told him to walk. And with my back towards the gunman, they said, yeah, walk.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
we got to the truck, and long story short, I called 911 right away. They were kind of rookies. They didn't take my phone, but 911 was actually in the area. The undercovers were in the area, and helicopter was above us pretty fast.
Wow.
Did they get him?
They have one they didn't know of. The detective saying he has him 100% identified. It's just getting the judges to sign off because he's a minor is tough arresting.
Hey, how's your son doing?
He's doing good. He's a trooper. I mean, I was a mess talking to the police, Not that he remembered what sweaters they had on. He remembered the number on their shoes. And he even knew kind of the guns. He's only 14 years old. And the officer's like, how do you know about guns? And he's like, I play a lot of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And then the cop was kind of cool. The cop said, don't you wish you could have built the level and got out of there? Because I guess in Fortnite you build levels to get out.
Mm-hmm.
So was the address they had you meet at just a dummy address?
Yes, yep. But it was a nice area, like I said. It was on the east side, whereas it's a little bit more of a low-end area over there. I mean, it's 100% my fault. And, I mean, I feel like the only good dad deed I did was getting out of the truck. So I told Ryder, hand me the $1,200. So he handed me the money when we got out of the truck, which that was in my hand. And then again, I feel like he kind of saved my life too, because if it was just me, they were definitely protecting themselves. I don't come off of as a super clean cut boy. Like I had my black sweater on, I had my black hat on backwards. So, and everyone wants to say, "Oh, you should have shot them both." There's no way I could risk Ryder's life trying to take one out, or let alone both.
No, there's no way.
No.
No, it's.
And I'm not a gun guy, so I don't really even know about guns or carry. So
now, did you find it
I'm just glad my
suspicious
son's alive.
when you said to them, "Let's meet at the police station," and they said no? You weren't suspicious at all.
A little bit, but when it's a minor and they don't want to go that far, I kind of consider that.
Yeah, it's a plausible story.
Right, but
is
too,
what
you
it
have to
is.
understand, no one is always who they appear to be online. They could pretend to be a minor.
But if you start checking a lot of boxes, okay, he's a minor, he's in a fairly wealthy area. You probably looked up the address. You know how much the house is worth.
No, I understand.
I'm not. I mean, so it's easy to make that mistake.
One of our other main things was we knew of the bike, so the original owner is still in contact with us, who traded it to this kid or another kid. We don't know that yet. So that was a little bit of a plus for us to go at that time. Everything happened so fast because Ryder had a little 2TO. He sold it that same day, and everything happened within 10 minutes, which still doesn't give an excuse. But yeah, we were already, so.
But your intentions were good, and that's to help your
live and learn.
And then now we know. And I'm glad that you called, because now everybody is going to be attuned. If they say, "Hey, listen, I don't want to meet at the police station," there could be something that could go horribly wrong. You guys are lucky nothing went wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, every step I took, those chills went away when I was still alive and he was still alive. And we were
just
one more step to safety. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm not going to stop doing deals. I understand the story that you guys are talking on about Facebook, and I would like to put my input on that. It's not all bad. There's a lot of good with it. I've been in business for 24 years, and it's a blessing. I tint windows with autos, so nobody opens a yellow page anymore.
No.
They all go, on social media. You mess up once, though, and it'll spread like a virus.
Yeah.
But everybody tags me all day in the Tesla groups, the truck groups, the bike groups, and I'm blessed with it.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it definitely can help.
Everything's going to have their bad. I mean, and it happened to run into those kids stealing all those diamonds out of a store. Is that going to happen to you? Probably not. Are you going to stop going to the mall because of it? No,
Well, what we were talking about with Facebook is that with the damage that it's doing to young minds.
I understand.
And they're
Yes.
intentionally making Facebook
Yes.
addictive and negative so that you keep coming back.
And, and then
Sure.
Mark Zuckerberg has also been caught saying things like, oh, yeah, that's a bad feature. How do we make sure the parents don't find out about that? When he was talking about live streaming. I mean, so there's been.
I made my son an account. He's 14, but they don't allow him to go on Marketplace at that age.
Good.
But these
That's a
young
good
kids
restriction.
can make a burner account. They're called burner accounts. They
For
can
sure.
make their own account, without their age.
And they do
But
that.
like again, the good stuff. Like my mom, she was well known in her small town in California. She had lots of friends, knew everybody. When I remember growing up, and wherever we go, she knew someone. She's now retired dental hygienist in Florida. And when I brought up to my sister Lacey about opening her an account, she's like, Justin, don't. She won't know what to do with that. She won't know. I opened it up for her, and she's had it for well over 6-7 years now.
She's having a great time, I bet.
She has all her.
Yeah.
She has all her friends back. She goes to she has retirement.
She's having a great time.
There are positives.
There are
absolutely.
tons of positives. And
There's
speaking
a
of being
lot,
a
yeah.
positive, let's go ahead and give you a $500 gift card.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
We're going to give the $500 gift card.
It'll all go to Ryder for his new bike.
Exactly. Give that to Ryder for his new bike. Because after all, it's our Christmas cash giveaway here on the Kim Commando Show. And if you haven't already entered to win, every single day I'm giving away a $500 gift card at winfromkim.com. All right, so let's say you're walking through TJ Maxx or Marshall's or Best Buy, and you spot the clearance aisle, and you see a camera. Now, that camera says regular price $249, but it's on clearance, so it's $49.99. And you're like, yes, this is a great gift for Andrew because it's on sale. But what you don't know is that retail stores and online places, they are just loaded with tech that's out of date. And so you may buy that $50 camera, but it doesn't have any more security updates. It doesn't have any more cloud storage. Maybe the company is even out of business. So before you buy some old tech that you think is maybe a deal, you want to go to this website, endoflife.date. Endoflife.date. By the way, it's not just for tech. If you're wondering like how long this refrigerator has been around, or this washer, dryer, whatever it may be. Again, you just plug that into endoflife.date. All right, still to come, we have more of your phone calls and more cash to give away here on the Kim Commando Show.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Let's see, Riley in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Glad to have you with us. Hi, Riley.
Hi, how are you doing?
We're fabulous. Thanks for asking. It's Christmas. I mean, it's great.
Of course.
So what's going on?
Well, my dad has recommended me to you guys, and I was actually very interested in what advice you could give me on how to start drop shipping as a beginner.
And why did you select drop shipping?
Well, I've seen a bunch of about it online and stuff, and I've I've been interested in it for a while now. I have no idea where to start.
Okay. Do you have a pretty strong social media presence?
Well, what do you mean by that?
A TikTok account that has a lot of followers, or Instagram or something like that?
Not really a bunch of followers, I'd say, but I do have quite a few social media platforms, yes.
Okay, because that would be your first step. Your first step is to build out your social media. Come up with something, some angle, and you really want to pick a niche. So whatever you have an interest in, what would, if I were to say, Riley, tell me something that you're really passionate about, what would that thing be?
Well, I'm very passionate about art and small things such as I've tried making my own small businesses. I make a lot phone accessories, jewelry, pet accessories, even some beauty accessories, stuff like that.
What I'm thinking about is that if you could channel that into a platform like TikTok or Instagram, and then you start building your followers. And even on TikTok, I mean, if you have a strong enough following, say even just 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers, is that you could also start selling products by talking about them. And you don't have to get into the drop shipping business. You take some of these products that they're selling on TikTok, the manufacturers are offering a 50% commission. And so the idea of having to do deals with the different manufacturers and then figure out how to get the order on your side and then how to get the order there and then how to get it shipped, it sounds like it's a great way to make money, but it's a hard way to make money.
Yeah.
And unless you really have this whole infrastructure that, especially because you're going to be trying to compete with the likes of all those people on social media and Amazon. I just don't know if it's the best viable business right now.
So instead of drop shipping, you're saying affiliate marketing.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Okay.
So that this way you're not getting into the drop shipping business, but you are going to be selling specific products to a micro niche, and that would be people who are, or maybe have smaller dogs that need smaller collars for as a pet accessory. And maybe yours are prettier than somebody else's, and then you can get on, you can talk about it. And so that's where I would go. Like you said, Andrew, yeah, the big term is affiliate marketing. So as a caller to the show, Riley, we're going to give you a $200 gift card to Amazon to help you get started. Or you could buy yourself something nice for Christmas. Riley, tell your dad that we said hello and also thank him for referring you to us. And I hope that you become a regular listener. We are available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts, as well as your local radio station. Nancy in Richmond, Virginia. Boy, this is a big question, Nancy. Do you know that 50% of all Gen Zers want Bitcoin for Christmas?
Yes, hi. Thanks for taking my call. I really love your show, and your staff is just wonderful, too.
Thank you.
Well, they're 20 and, very early 20s. They still live at home, and I was, going in TJ Maxx, and what can I get them? Just a bunch of doodads? They'd really like Bitcoin. They think I'm really old and out of it, and that I don't know anything about Bitcoin, which I don't. But I wanted to surprise them with Bitcoin. They would fall over if they saw that mom bought them Bitcoin.
Well, okay. Yeah, you know what you need to do, though, is that you need to go to TJ Maxx and buy them, each of them, like a really bad pair of socks.
Oh, they don't even wear socks.
Oh, okay. Then you buy them a gag gift, okay? And then when they look at the gag gift and they're looking at you like, oh God, Mom, another one of these, is that then you can say, open it up, because there's a couple of ways you can do this. As a matter of fact,
That's a good idea.
I'm going to write this up as a tip inside the newsletter, because we're getting a lot of people do this. But you go to a major exchange like Coinbase, And
Coinbase.
you set up an account. You buy the desired amount of Bitcoin, and then each of the sons, they have to create their own account on Coinbase.
Oh, okay.
And then you can use the exchange's send or gifting function to transfer the Bitcoin directly to their account.
Oh, I see.
So, that's that. You can also get a hardware wallet like a Ledger or Tether, but I think we don't need to get into all of that. No.
Much easier.
It's the easiest way to do it is just by using Coinbase. And as a caller to the show, we're going to give you, Nancy, a $100 gift card to Amazon.com because it's a Christmas cash giveaway. We have a spy in your rental car to talk about here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, a lot of you are going to be renting cars during the holiday season, and probably the first thing that you're going to do is to go ahead and just plug in your phone because you need directions to somewhere. That's the worst thing you can do, especially when it says, do you want to sync your contacts? Because you're just going to dump everything in your phone directly into that rental car. And what I want you to do is, number one, don't do that. And number two is that if you do that, make sure that you get into the rental car's menus and settings and you do a factory reset so that your data doesn't go with the rental car. And just a reminder that you can enter to win cash during our giveaway at winfromkim.com. Hey, appreciate you being here. That's the end of hour one of the show. And be sure to tell your family members and friends how great it was.
Been out here all morning. Not a single bite. Guess the fish finally figured it out. Just like hackers do when Cisco Duo's on guard. With Duo's end-to-end phishing resistance, every login, every device, every user stays protected. No hooks, no catches, no bites. Cisco Duo. Phishing season is over. Learn more at duo.com.